Hey folks, it's Maxie here and welcome to another TEW2020 video. You join us for another episode of Dynamite on the AEW save as we're on our way to AEW Revolution. It's been 4 days since I've played the save, so hopefully I can remember all the storylines I had going. But the show looks good, I'm quite happy with it, and hopefully, as I say, it continues to hopefully generate an interest towards that pay-per-view coming up as we continue to get storylines over and of course develop our talent. So without further ado, let's crack on for this week's Dynamite. So we are in Orlando, Florida at the Edition Financial Arena. A couple of pre-show matches as we always do. Quickly run through them. Pete Dunne over Marco Stunt by submission was a 59. Just feel like that'd be funny because Pete Dunne be like, what even is this guy? We had Team Kick pick up the victory over Oda Tai in 9:53 when Heidi Lovelace pinned Jamie Hayter with the Heidi Ho. This was a 49, pretty decent. We had Layla Hirsch defeat Kylie Ray in 9:23 by pinfall, a 43. Good victory there for the protege of Shayna Baszler. We had a matchup, but this actually surprises me. I tell a lie, I was going to say why would the crowd not be turned off by these two jobbers, but it's on the pre-show so they can get away with it. But we had Brandon Cutler defeat John Silver in 7:46 with a wipeout, a 32, and both guys have great chemistry together, so that might be something we revisit down the line. And we had Nikki Storm pick up the win over Zoe Lucas in 8:09 with a perfect storm, 59, a sensational performance there by Nikki, a 70, good on her. And in our main event on the pre-show we had Will Ospreay defeat Evil Uno in 9:59 with the Stormbreaker, 80, 88 for Ospreay, 55 for Evil Uno, and that is the Steal the Show match of tonight's show. Let's see how the actual Dynamite does then, shall we? So I started off with Jericho, MJF and Cody in the ring for this promo segment. Disappointingly on a 94, Chris Jericho was very poor when trying to improvise. So what I went for here, if you've been following the last couple of episodes, you've seen the whole situation with MJF. I was assuming the option I picked was going to give him a 1-month suspension, but it didn't, so we've still got him, which is good. He'll continue to be at Revolution, but we'll obviously use with caution. But we just have Chris Jericho calling MJF out for everything he's done, including his social media comments, and basically just calling him a stupid idiot. Cody comes out and just basically says, oh Chris, that's a bit harsh, he's young, he's learning, but basically, you know what I mean, he has got to learn. So Cody obviously gets a bit of power despite being a heel, and he says, why don't we teach MJF a bit of a lesson? He can view the main event tonight, and it's going to be Chris Jericho and Cody Rhodes, and if he wants to, see the weaknesses that Jericho has, learn where he can get at him, he can watch that from ringside. So MJF's like, cool, that's fine, I'll accept you don't want me to wrestle, I'll just sit at the back and I'll watch. Well, you two can tangle in tonight's main event. Jericho's happy with it, he says fine, gets me ready for that MJF match, and if I can beat the AEW champion then I've got an opportunity to possibly have a title match down the line. So 94 for the opening promo. And then we put the announcers just putting over that matchup's going to happen. Cody v Jericho, 70. Our opening contest was terrible, and it was Riho who defeated Priscilla Kelly in 10:25 with a jumping knee attack. A 55 here, both ladies with a 53 performance. Obviously the win going to the one half of the AEW Women's Tag Team Champions over the number one contenders, Priscilla Kelly. Of course this leads to Priscilla and of course her teammate Abaddon beating down Riho, but it is the other tag champion Mayu Iwatani who comes out, fights them both off, and saving the tag team champion from a further beatdown. We're looking forward to this one, that's why I'm making the match at the pay-per-view. The women's tag titles on the line as Iwatani and Riho take on Priscilla and Abaddon. We then had terrible wrestling and non-existent crowd heat as War Machine defeated Sonny Kiss and Joey Janela in 7:27 when Hansen pinned Joey Janela with a fallout. Sonny Kiss was the weak link and unfortunately picked up a bruised pectoral muscle. Should still be able to work through that injury though. And the 46 obviously is because that will take a bit off of the match rating, but happy with that. And a good win for War Machine. Thanks, Fit. Next up, we had a decent matchup that saw Samoa Joe defeat Lance Archer in 9:32 by submission with a Coquina clutch. A 73 here, so again building Samoa Joe up well, strong, and another submission victory, just showing how dangerous the Samoan submission machine truly is. A defeat for Archer here, which is not ideal for him, which leads to him in the back holding his neck after we have a commercial, and Eddie Kingston saying to him, "What the hell happened to you, man? You used to be destroying everybody, TNT champion, and now look at you, man, you're getting choked out by Samoa Joe. Where's the Lance Archer we all know? Come on, man, think about it." So maybe a wee hint there that Eddie Kingston could be possibly trying to butter up Lance Archer, but as a 50 promo. We have a backstage segment where we confirm an alliance between, I've put them as British Strong Style. It took me a while to realise afterwards, of course, they're Moustache Mountain. Silly me, of course. But it's just basically confirming we are going to see a trio formed that, of course, will be Tyler Bate, Trent Seven, alongside Will Ospreay. Probably going to call them the British Empire, but we'll see if I can think of something in the upcoming days what I can give them. But that's the trio I'm going to go with, and I feel like we can elevate Trent and Tyler alongside the aerial assassin. 65 there. We then had a good tag match. I just really wanted to put these two together. As a decent matchup saw Kenny Omega and Shinsuke Nakamura defeat the Uprising's Ricky Starks and Mark Quinn in 14:23 when Nakamura pinned Mark Quinn with a Samoan driver. Kenny carries the match up, but an 80 rating is fantastic for these four. Shame we're giving Ricky a big defeat before his title match, but I just felt like, yeah, Kenny and Shin together, cool, and Wardlow's in action later on, so we needed someone from Uprising. But Kenny looks $1,000,000. Cuts a promo after the match, which gathers an 85. It's just basically saying, just watch that I am truly the MVP of this show. I have been carrying the mixed tag division alongside Hikaru Shida, hopefully elevating that championship, but I have singles aspirations as well, and you will see the cleaner clean out this company. So an 85 promo from the best bout machine, Kenny Omega. Then had that previously said match for Wardlow. English was hard there. A good matchup. Prince Devitt picks up the win over Wardlow in 13:42, a double knee gutbuster. Very surprised this getting 80, so kudos to them. Didn't know they had good chemistry, so again that's good to see. That lifted the match up. Devitt win 88. We've truly got the real rock and roller back to his best with a stellar show there. Wardlow's only going to get better and better. So happy with that. We then have a bit of an altercation backstage between Darby Allin and Sir Brody Lee. They've been at it for weeks, and Sir Brody Lee just flips. He just can't take it anymore. He's just so angry with Darby Allin, how he just keeps refusing to follow along, and this is the moment where he just loses it and just destroys Darby Allin, beats him down. A 78 is a bit disappointing because both guys have got excellent star power here, but 4 segments and he is turning babyface, and that was a complete success. So Darby Allin out of the Dark Order, and I am really looking forward to when these two tangle going forward. We then have a promo from Cody, Ace, AJ and Pete Dunne. So I wanted to use this segment just really to give some more overness to the likes of Ace, AJ and Pete, but at the same time Cody's saying, it's only Chris Jericho, I'll be fine, take the rest of the night off guys, and I'll just destroy Chris Jericho. So a 71 there, and as I say, we just get an opportunity to see the New Age Horsemen on television. And we may have had the best match in Dynamite history for my save. An exceptional matchup. Chris Jericho defeats Cody Rhodes defeats Chris Jericho in 22-26 by pinfall with a Crossroads, thanks to an interference from MJF. In 90, Jericho won 85, and 93 for Cody. Let me look at the dirt sheet here. Booking details was just, Road Agent was just really a regular match. There was no issues with it at all, or negatives. So you think this is stamina for Jericho, declining physical ability for Jericho, and consistency of Jericho, and using the poor gimmick, and poor gimmick for Cody as well. But the reason I put this match together, Chris has got a high psychology skill and is fairly over. Cody's over, maybe needs to learn a bit of psychology. Could Chris carry the match despite his, his older years? Apparently he can, so good to know that even at the age of 51 in game, the GOAT can still bring in 90. I'm really intrigued to see if I can even get a 52-year-old Chris Jericho to get a 100 match down the line. Watch this space with that one. So I think Jericho maybe seen himself creep back up to main event status just purely for that reason. And after the show, Jericho wants to get his hands on MJF, and of course, security guards, everybody. He's still got that smug face on him, that smug look on his face, and Jericho can't touch him. So we finished the show, 89, fantastic. That'll even increase our pop in the US, in Canada. We had a strong opening segment in 94, but honestly that matchup certainly helps. If we had a 100 rated opening promo, we could have been looking at a 91 and 92. So a real opportunity here to get a lot of talents over, to get some of the matches ready for the pay-per-view, and I'm really intrigued now to see what Jericho and MJF does. That could honestly, I might even make it main event, just purely on the basis of it could honestly get a ridiculous rating. And MJF needs obviously every opportunity he can to get a bit of psychology stat in his way. So fantastic reviews, which is good to see. Not really else really happening. Sonny Kiss obviously out for a few weeks, and we just have CM Punk said he's charismatic, can do well, and a 2.53 TV rating. So I'm just going to end it there with two other things to announce. So obviously, if anything else pops up with the MJF thing, but as I say, you saw me click to suspend him and he's still here, so that's fine. Also, WWE are releasing John Cena. I don't think I'll bring him in, but straight away, I might bring him in for like a wee 6-month period. He is at the moment doing television stuff. Let's try to bring him more Joshies, as you can see. But if we just pick up John Cena, so his contract is going to be expiring in 16 days. Confirmed to be leaving. He is over, which is a reason to bring him in on its own, especially out with the US and Canada, so he could be good to put over in other places. But 44, declining physical ability, lack of psychology, and filming for 4 months and 3 weeks. So I did say a lot of my sales are going to move away from realism, and obviously signing John Cena to AEW could be that. Although at the time of recording, the big show's just moved, so who knows. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed what you saw today. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you're looking forward to Revolution, and join us in a couple of days for the next episode, which will be Lightning. So until then, good day and good night. See you soon. Bye bye.